Courtney and I first met. She actually messaged me on Facebook, and she asked me if I wanted to play on a sand volleyball team.
He said no. And so I was like, okay, fine. But then he asked if I wanted to come over and watch a movie. And so I was like, okay, yeah, let's do that.
To meet up and watch a movie. And we did, and it just went from there. We went on a first date, and the rest is history. On our first date, I took her to Prima's.
And afterwards, he took me out to like one of the abandoned bridges in Bolivar, and he turned his headlights on, and he turned up the radio, and then we danced in the headlights, and it was pretty sweet.
And just talked, about life, about each other. It was just one of those things where, it just felt right, even from the first date. The story of our first kiss, it actually is, I think it's funny.
And we were watching Friends, because that's all I watch, and he kept saying that he wanted to kiss me.
I really did. I wanted to kiss her, but I didn't know if she wanted to kiss me. And so I jokingly, like I do everything, brought it up to her and be like, so what would you do if I kissed you? Well, she replied, well, I think I'd like that. And then I said, well, you know what, I'm gonna wait.
And finally he gave up and he kissed me, and he was like, oops, sorry.
Okay. But then I kissed her anyway that night just because I wanted to.
I don't know that there was like a distinct moment that I knew I loved Matt, but even from like the very beginning, I was like, ooh, yeah, And so I went and I met his family the week before he told me he loved me, and that whole time I kept thinking like, oh my gosh, like I think I love this guy.
So the first time I told Courtney I loved her, I had decided myself that the next time I told somebody I loved them, it was going to be the person I knew I wanted to marry. I think this was the second time we went down to West Plains to see her family and just hang out with them, and it was a really good weekend, and it was a Sunday right before we were about to go back to school. I just knew, that from then on this was what it was going to be, going to West Plains, and I was happy with that. I was happy with her, and I think she knew it too. I said, you know what, I think that saying I like you is just not enough anymore. And so I said I love you for the first time.
And he told me he loved me, and I was like, okay, yeah, me too.
My favorite thing about Courtney is probably the fact that she's such a goofball all the time, because I am too. And I think that's what makes us so perfect for each other, is the fact that we're just goofballs.
The thing I love most about Matt is how he can take any situation and he can make good things out of it, and even when I'm kind of at my worst, he'll be like, wow, look how strong you are, going through whatever it is, and I can feel pretty crappy about myself, and he can point out all these positive things I've never even thought of. So he just really has a good heart. Really excited about the whole having a partner in life that's always going to be there to hold my hand and go through everything with me. And I even as a little kid, thinking about who you want to marry and all that stuff and the traits and qualities they have. I could have never dreamed up the list that Matt possesses, and it's way better than I ever expected. So I can't wait to see how much more that even grows as we're together longer.
I think the person you marry is somebody that you want to spend every second with, and I think that's probably, that doesn't scare me. Sometimes that might scare people, it doesn't scare me to spend every day with her, every second of every day. So